friends, Lorrie here on Vancouver Island. Welcome to my world. If it's your first time here, I'm super happy to meet you. And if you're coming back, I am really happy to see you again. Anyway, as you can see, I'm in the kitchen. It's actually harvest time in my world, and I harvested almost 20 pounds of grapes off of my second vine yesterday. So I have been prepping grapes like crazy. I've gone through 15 pounds. I've got them hanging out, making juice. I know for a lot of you that's not much, but for me, that's a whole heck of a lot. I got 4 more pounds to go, and since my grapes are seedless, I am actually going to make a jam out of the 4 pounds and some odd ounces that I have left, instead of making a juice for jelly. I'm drying the skins. Well, I'm going to freeze dry them. I have them, a couple of trays in the freezer. I've got one that is draining right now, and one more to cook. So let's do that. This might sound kind of weird, but I think I might have 2 different kinds of grapes on one grapevine. I don't even know if that's possible, but let me show you what's going on in my pot while I tell you about the difference in taste in these grapes that I've gotten off of the same vine. Crazy. So you can see the difference in color. Some are yellow and some are green. Now, they were all green when I first put them into the pot to start cooking them. They were all that bright green, but some of them have cooked down already, and some of them will cook down to that yellow color, but at this point you can clearly see the difference in the 2 kinds of grapes. How weird is that? They taste different too. Some of them are more sour and tart, and there are some that are just delicious, almost like we're shaking hands with my Concord grapes that are on the other side of the trellis. So, I don't know, pretty weird. See how they're all the same color now, after they've cooked for a while? I don't know what it is in cups, but I've got 8.19 pounds of pure grape juice. I don't know how well you can see that color in my horribly lit kitchen, but that is the juice from my green grapes that I've been talking about may have crossed with the Concords they grow with. I don't know, is that even possible? Well, it's mid-September, and here on the island it's time for me to start harvesting the rest of the garden. I'm still leaving this great big squash plant. Actually, it's 2 plants. I'm leaving them here. Still not seeing any sign of a squash or female plant on, or female flower on there at all. But I'll leave it there till we get some frost anyway. Today I'll be harvesting. Oh my gosh, look at that Aunt Molly's cherry. Loaded with stuff. I'll be pulling my pepperoncinis. I might be pulling some more catnip. Definitely going to be harvesting these peppers over here, and even though they're not part of my survival seed challenge, they're still stuff to harvest. Stevia, I've been picking it off. Apple tree, looking lovely. Echinacea's looking a little rough, but it's about done for the year too. I've harvested all my grapes. I got about 30 pounds of grapes altogether. I'll be coming in today and taking all these peppers in. Probably pulling that tomato and getting all the rest of the tomatoes off of it. That'll be left until it gets a little colder. Tomatoes, I'm probably going to pull most of my tomatoes today because we're expecting yucky weather in a couple of days, and we're not expecting to see anything really warm anytime soon. So yeah, I'm going to start pulling things out of here. Look at my little Romas. These are my Mariana Romas from my survival seed challenge. My loofah, I've got a couple of loofahs on there. I think I showed you them a few days ago, but there's my loofahs. And I have topped the plants. I've stopped the plants from growing anymore. And so they are putting their growth into those two loofahs there, which makes me happy. Oh, and look at this. I got more and more chamomile coming up. I shook out a bunch of the seeds here, and I'll have a ton more. This won't make it through winter, but it'll probably come back in the spring. Look at, even in here in my what is this? Marjoram. Even in my marjoram plant, I got little bits of chamomile coming up. And all down here, of course, chamomile. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. The plant itself smells so good, not just the flowers. Potatoes are getting eaten up here, but they haven't flowered or anything, and they're not dead yet, so I'm not pulling my potatoes yet. They can probably wait a little while. They're not warm weather lovers. Anyway, yeah, that's it's getting to be it for the garden this year. So here are some of my pepperoncini peppers. The rest of them are already in the pot, but I figured I should talk a little bit about saving the seeds in peppers. Peppers are probably the easiest, plant to save seeds from. Like, you've probably seen even in your store-bought peppers that you can have, they have seeds on them, and you can save those seeds and plant them the following year. So what I'm going to do from this one, and then the rest of them will probably just go into the compost, and then these pepperoncinis are going into some salsa. I didn't get enough from my two plants to be able to make something separate, but in here I have my Mariana tomatoes. I didn't really get any Walla Walla onions, so those didn't work. And now I am throwing some of my bell peppers, a banana pepper, and all of the pepperoncinis are going to go into this salsa.